Welcome back to the Population House podcast. Today we're heading to South Dakota, a state that's grown a lot over the past 50 plus years and has seen a lot of economic momentum in the past 10, 15 plus years, especially in the Sioux Falls metropolitan area. And Brookings is growing a lot. From Sioux Falls' booming skyline to the fast-growing towns outside of Rapid City, South Dakota's economy is shifting fast. We'll look at how its cities, industries, and communities are evolving and what's driving the state's strong momentum. South Dakota might not always make national headlines for growth, but it's been on a steady climb for years. The population is around 920,000 and it's still growing, especially in its metro areas. In fact, about half of all South Dakotians now live in just two regions, Sioux Falls and Rapid City. That's a big shift from a state that used to be mostly rural. Cities like Harrisburg and T near Sioux Falls have exploded, growing nearly 30 to 40% in just a few years. And over by Rapid City, Box Elder is booming too, thanks to Ellsworth Air Force Base and new housing construction. So what's behind this surge? For one, South Dakota's unemployment rate is incredibly low, around 1.9%. Wow, that's low. One of the lowest in America. Businesses are hiring faster than the workforce can keep up. Key growth industries include healthcare, construction, logistics, professional services, and education. The healthcare sector, especially in Sioux Falls, is one of the biggest employers, and it's growing faster than ever. At the same time, South Dakota investing in STEM, biotech, and tech startups. The state's research infrastructure is getting stronger, with local universities supporting innovation in agriculture, genetics, and manufacturing. Now let's talk about Sioux Falls, the state's largest city. Sioux Falls is growing at one of the fastest rates in the region. Now home to more than 200,000 people. It says 183 here, but we're gonna do 200,000 because it's got around that. With new residents moving in every single day. The state's economy ranks among the top 5 strongest metros in America, with booming in residential construction, expanding downtown districts, and major investments in biotech, cybersecurity, and distribution. Median family income sits above $100,000, while cost of living remains relatively affordable, a big draw for families and young professionals moving there. On the other side of the state, Rapid City tells a slightly different story, one that mixes growth with tradition. Home to about 85,000 people. That's a lot. I remember, because I've been interested in economic development all my life, but I started to get into it around 2022, in 2023. And I remember, back in 2015, 2016, I was looking up Rapid City, and they only had, 50, 60,000 people. And back in the day, Rapid City, they barely had any people. So it's crazy how a state that grows so fast can boost a city's population up by the state's growth. Rapid City's economy is powered by healthcare, education, tourism, and defense. The Black Hills region, the national parks nearby, bring in millions of visitors every year, helping support local businesses and service jobs. And there's a push to diversify the economy, more professional and technical services, more construction, and more focus on year-round economic stability. Here's something interesting. While South Dakota's metro areas are booming, some rural counties are struggling with population decline. That rural-urban split means the state's future growth will depend on balancing development, investing in infrastructure, keeping smaller towns connected to opportunity. South Dakota's strength has always been in its people, and as more residents move towards cities, the challenge is making sure rural communities aren't left behind. By 2032, projections show that South Dakota will keep adding jobs in healthcare, construction, and professional services. The key to long-term success will be education, workforce development, and housing, making sure growth stays sustainable and inclusive. If the state keeps investing in innovation and quality of life, South Dakota could be one of the Midwest's great economic success stories of the next decade. That's it for today's episode of Population House Podcast. South Dakota's story reminds us that big growth doesn't only happen in big states. It happens where communities invest in people, planning, and opportunity. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe to the Population House YouTube channel, wherever you listen. And stay tuned as we cover more cities, states, and regions shaping America's and Europe's future. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Also, happy first day of November. This episode was actually technically supposed to go out, one of my first episodes I ever did with this podcast, but I got behind. I'm still behind. I still got some of that Salzburg, Austria episode, which I'm about to do in a minute. And those will be out probably around December. So this will be my third. So anyways, so I have Columbia City, Indiana, Oslo, Norway, and South Dakota's economic growth coming out this November. So I hope you guys have an amazing first of November. And I will see you guys later. Bye bye.